Hello everybody, this is Mr. Sosa with Digital Art, and I wanted to show you a few examples of student work from the previous years that students have done using simple geometric shapes like squares, rectangles, octagons, etc., so that you can be better prepared for your own work when you create your simplicity in design or minimalist projects that are due in the next few days. So here we have the Triforce from The Legend of Zelda. It's very simple, very clean. Aren't a whole lot of elements at play, but it is very effective. You have three perfect triangles that are even on the bottom, and they have been three-dimensionalized, so to speak, using layer styles, using the bevel and emboss. So we talked about layer styles in one of our last units. That's something you can apply. He made it look three-dimensional. He added three fuzzy shapes behind. You've got red, blue, and green, and then a bigger shape that is yellow on a black background. So it creates the illusion of a gradient, which is really, really effective. Okay, here we have the soft drink Fanta. She just created an orange circle with a white stroke. Remember that a stroke is basically an outline. We also have the blue Fanta text. She created an outline for that as well. Blue text, you've got these orange dots that sort of represent bubbles, which make it look really appetizing, so to speak. And then she created a green leaf using the custom shape tool with a gradient from dark green to light green. Here you have one that's a little more complex. This student used rounded rectangles for his. He included simple sans serif text that's very Apple-esque, kind of goes with our marketing. And he created with these AirPods, he just created circles and morphed them about. You can morph your circles if that's something you want to do. And he created rectangles, rounded rectangles, and then another rounded rectangle here. What he did was basically create one AirPod, duplicate it, and switch it around to create two. So that's basically an illusion of two AirPods when there's really one that has been copied and pasted over. So that's something you can do as well. Remember to think simplicity. Notice the examples I'm showing you only have a dark colored background or a solid color background. I should say it doesn't have to be dark. It can be light blue if you want, or they have to be gradiented. Okay, so you can't use like an ocean background or a forest background. Everything I've shown you so far and will show you is simple color. For example, this is a gradient going from blue to white. This one's a little bit more complex and advanced as well. You've got the crane that's made out of a rectangle and then morphed triangles to create the claw. You've got the green alien that's made out of an oval that's been warped as well. A rectangle that's been warped, a few other rectangles. Most of these shapes have been warped. But once again, everything is simple, clean, geometric shapes. Remember to think simple, think simplicity. This one is very simple. It's just got a black circle, a blue circle, a white circle, and a white circle within the black to create eye highlight. And this student was allowed to bring in the words Monsters Inc. from the internet. So if you want to bring in a title like Indiana Jones or Jurassic Park or Star Wars or Harry Potter or Percy Jackson, you can. I'm going to allow you to bring in titles as long as there are no other graphics that come with it. So if you're going to do Harry Potter, you couldn't bring in Harry Potter's wand. You'd have to design it yourself. Finally, we have Spider-Man. It says Tom Holland Spider-Man. These are just triangles that have been morphed to create the illusion of eyes. A gradient background going from dark red to light red. Barely noticeable, but very effective. Just these eyes convey the idea of Spider-Man. You don't necessarily need the webs or the web shooters or showing him jumping from skyscraper to skyscraper. Even without the title Spider-Man, I think we would have gathered that this was Spider-Man just because of the red, the black outline in the eyes, and then of course the gray to white gradient in the eyes. So it comes out looking really nice. Once again, I want you guys to think simple. If you look at your project and think, I think this is a little bit too minimalist, that's the point. I think that's where you need to be. We're not looking for something complicated or complex. We're looking for something very simple. And if you have any questions about that, please email me. You can take a picture of your project and send it to me and say, hey, does this look too simple? Do I need to add anything more? Most times when I have students ask that question, I say, nope, this is exactly where you want to be. Submit it. Okay? So once again, I know that for some of you, it'll go against every grain in your creative mind to stop producing and say, hey, I need to stop and just be comfortable with where this is. So once again, thanks Simplicity. I hope these examples help. Notice again that they all have a simple background, very little detail, but they are all very clean. Okay, I hope this helped in your endeavors to create something minimal. I hope you got a lot out of this, and I hope you do great with your project. If you have any questions, please email me, and I will be happy to help you out. Until next time, this has been Mr. Sosa with another digital art video. Good luck and have fun.